5, 4. Just kidding. We're already live. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Let's get that intro song playing. Tell me if you remember this classic. Oh, because I remember this classic.
Oh my god, that's old. Oh,
Remember the old Tech Talk intro? Isn't that nostalgic?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
God, I miss Tech Talk. I wish Tech Talk existed.
Almost as nostalgic as this.
Hey, it's the mafia milk guys. Hey, I'm a savage, I'm a psycho mom.
No.
I'm a glammy lemmy and it's going on. It's the mafia milk guys. Hey,
Wow.
it's the mafia milk guys.
Hey.
I'm a savage, I'm a psycho mom. I'm a glammy lemmy and bitch it's on. I'm a savage, I'm a psycho mom.
Just kidding. Here we are. We're gonna skip ahead. Let's get the power beat.
Late night left the echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives.
Good morning, everybody in the LCU.
Battle cries, grip so loud with the baseline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in a rhyme and a tone. Brown pride post in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready from throwaway.
Let's get this over with. We're gonna turn this down. This just in your morning news wrap up. I think 100 kids were found dead in Iran. Anyways, what a crazy time! Let's just get into it. Hello, hi, good morning. This is TechProtect, David Jaffe, Grim, not the toy show, and Kimmy K. Kimmy, I wanted to ask you.
What?
It's Kimmy K, right?
Yeah.
Kimmy K is the full username.
It was supposed to just be Kimmy, but we've settled with Kimmy K.
Okay, where's the third K? When are we expecting that to drop?
Bro.
Kim.
Oh, Keem's the third K. Oh, you're saying Keem?
Oh my god!
Oh
I
my
needed
gosh.
to change my name. Unless wait, you're a mod.
No. Anyways, by the way,
You're not?
fun history fact for you. Did you know back? I think it was the mid '90s in Europe, Krispy Kreme ran a promotion in I want to say the UK or it might have been Switzerland or some shit, right? They had the KKK promotion. Krispy Kreme did. And it was supposed to be the kids Krispy Kreme Club or something. The kids Krispy Club or some shit. And it was popular. And they would have advertisements all over saying, join the KKK. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'll look this
You know what
up.
the irony is?
Sad.
What is it?
You know what the irony is? The KKK was founded in North Carolina. So was Krispy Kreme. So the correlation, and mind you, I was raised there, so I know this because every single year of middle school, or was it middle school or elementary school? I think it was elementary school. It's been so long. We had to go to a Krispy Kreme factory as like a little field trip and shit like that, and learn about the history behind it. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's 3 triple Ks. Yikes. One state.
I'm trying to see where the advert is. Because it
There was a whole advert about it. Yeah, you said.
Oh yeah,
So
here we
you don't want
go.
to be part of the KKK, Kimmy?
No, dude. No, I do not. Kreme
Jaffe, you
orange
want to
bitch.
join the KKK?
You look here at the screen.
Make that look dirty.
Here is one of the adverts they ran in one of their European stores. If you look here at the bottom, February 18th. That's our KKK Wednesday. It's for the the Kids Crispy Club. Unironically, here we go. Here at the bottom, you can see it here.
The Cool Kids Club.
Turns out, I think this was actually, I thought it was the 90s. Nope, it was actually like 2015. So, you know what?
That's even more recent.
Yeah,
They should know
That doesn't
better.
look like Krispy Kreme, though. That looks like a school that did a Krispy Kreme fundraiser. That's an actual Krispy Kreme
that's
menu.
actually one of their menus. You can look it up. There's a USA Today did a thing about it. They apologized that their stores in the UK did a promotion for the Krispy Kreme Club. Hey, Tommy C, are you here to talk about the KKK?
Yes. Did you see what a bitch Billy the Fridge is? I was just wondering.
Oh, dude,
Here we go.
before we went live, I was like, don't talk about Billy. Don't talk about Billy. He's such a fucking cunt,
Sorry.
dude. No, dude. Did you see what the fuck his little fucking psychopath ass? I wonder. Like, he's like fucking Ledger. What's his name? Heath Ledger?
Ledger. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, he does this whole thing. Here's what happened. Your mama's been owning his ass, right? Your mama went opposite him on a beat, which was a risk. He beat him, and they made the switch. He presented, and he's getting absolute, we just watched this on Cafe. He's getting torched by the chat. Absolutely torched by the chat. There's some support there, but for the most part, it's like 60-40 he's getting torched, right? So he has a mental breakdown. He's fighting back tears, and I think a few actually came in because your mom is picking on him, and he basically says, if these groups aren't broken up, I don't know if he meant me, but he definitely meant your mama. He might mean broken. I might have to go do a show with Rastov. This guy has been coddled since I got here, acted like a tough guy, split the thing off with Xylee. Yes, it backfired in his face. Yes, she succeeded without him. Yes, he talked tough on Pitt. Pitt went opposite on the B circuit. Then he turned around and fucking got beat there. And now he's presenting it as, I got out of his way, and this is the way I'm treated, like a fucking victim. He thinks it's 2016. He thinks everybody's in the chat's 14. No, they're 24 and 34 now, okay? Yeah. And he thinks just by going and getting, I mean, my thing was basically done and buried. But now we're at the point, like, if you don't fire my enemies, the ones that expose what a phony I am, then I have to leave. You know?
You want to hear some even better news then for this whole shit?
Sure.
All right, so Keem had him next to fucking Pitt, right? Obviously, B circuit. And he was like, oh, fuck, that's too much tension. All right, we're going to give Billy a fucking break, give him a hangout show. Yeah. And he's like, all right, March schedules, where do we put him? Fuck it. And they moved him against fucking LolCow Buzz. You know who's on LolCow Buzz, Tommy? You know who has 3,000 people watching them every fucking night? Me, motherfucker! And guess what, dude? Oh, girl, now there's a whole new audience. Oh my god, I'm just ready to just turn the switch, and it's like, oh, girl world, you know who's an asshole? Billy the Fridge, and then boom, fucking, I'm the group too.
None of this would have happened. Back in September, October, whenever the fuck this was, when he won the presidency, that all of a sudden didn't mean anything after he was exposed to being kind of a phony, right? All he had to do was say, hey, Batgirl, me and Rastov were joking around. I did not mean it literally. I apologize if you felt that way, but I didn't. Don't worry. We won't move you two. So you and Tommy can calm the fuck down, and we'll go back to what we're doing. That's it. And then we look like idiots. Yeah. No. He became a tough guy. He tried to turn into a war. And ever since then, he had a war with me. Lost. Then fucking Xylee got on him. Lost. Then Yo Mama. Lost. And he keeps losing and losing to the point where he actually had a total meltdown where he starts screaming, Tommy, she's trying to kill me over and over again, which is now a sound effect on our donos. And he does nothing learn. Nothing's learned. So we've gotten to the point where stop picking on me or I leave. Rather than, I don't know, come up with something back, be creative. But you know what? The fake Billy the Fridge, I'm a super confident, morbidly obese guy has been cracked. And there's nothing left for him. So yes, he probably could go to Rastov and continue that act unimpeded because because people like it. They know exactly what it is, an act. So there you go.
I'm glad it's not just me
Jaffe.
saying it. Yeah, Jaffe does.
Congratulations to you, Graham. I like your Mexican joke. It was hysterical.
Thank you, Father.
It was awesome.
I'm glad you watched it.
I love that joke. That was too funny.
Jaffe.
Thank you so much.
What are your thoughts on all this?
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everybody. All
Thanks,
the best.
Tommy. Thank
No,
you.
where are you going, Tommy?
Yeah,
I care about
Well,
Tommy. I like Tommy. I just don't want to fucking.
Well, that's my thing now. I don't want to take over.
Somebody in the chat said I'm too employed to follow all this shit. I feel you. I totally feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to that part to the end, so I'm kind of revved up. I got out of the way for him. Like, what fucking arrogant bullshit is that? He fucking pushed you out of the way, bro.
Dog.
Who are you kidding?
Look,
gone.
who? Fucking Billy?
Billy.
You can't get rid of that fucking smell. All right, he's here forever. But he was just so
You have to
fucking
roll him out.
petty the entire time he was going against Pitt. Right? You'd see the fucking like end of day reports or whatever, and he'd be so fucking mad. You know, he would carry that fucking like I'm upset with the LCU into his fucking other shows, nuts, balls, cock, whatever the fuck he's on after fucking Rewind, right? Whatever pity show they offer him for a little bit of extra like revenue boost. Okay. Fuck you, Billy. I haven't addressed you directly after.
If he was a really,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I think if he was like a true down to earth dude. What?
Oh, you're lagging a little bit.
Huh?
Go ahead. You
Me?
speak. Yeah, you go ahead and speak.
I'm getting DDoS by Billy. Can I speak? Am I good now?
DDoS for Billy is double dinner. Anyways, go ahead.
Double dinner on site.
No, I feel like if he was really a down to earth dude, if he's really like a regular Joe, like the rest of us or I think are, if he really was a working class schlub or working class hero, whatever he was, then he'd be able to hang. And I don't think he's able to.
Okay.
Oh,
Billy kicked him. Seems like.
Really? Billy can do that?
wait, you know that definitively?
No, probably. I don't know. If he fucking we just disconnected. I'm joking. I don't know if Billy kicked him. I
Well,
was
no,
like,
you
damn.
or not.
Did you kick him?
I didn't kick him.
It definitely wasn't him. I watched. It wasn't him. It wasn't me either.
That's the PTSD
No, I mean-
talking, Jaffe. From getting kicked.
What's that?
The PTSD from getting kicked. I promise it won't happen. Not today.
Stop.
He says he was not
quiet.
kicked.
He says
He
what?
said I was not kicked.
Oh,
So
okay.
he
Wasn't
just
kicked.
left, I guess. Okay.
Says
All
Tommy.
right, well,
All right.
that was
all right.
abrupt.
Maybe he was lagging because he was in the middle of a sentence on my screen when he left.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah.
Same.
Well,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
thanks for being here, Tommy.
What a new start, new direction to the show. Fuck Billy the Fridge. Can we all agree? Fuck Billy the Fridge.
No, I like Billy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you like Billy like you like fucking Stalin. Well, they're interesting characters, you know. Like there's something about them.
I mean, he had a pretty decent mustache. I mean, we got to agree on that, right?
Yeah, let's identify the other things.
Harder than the other guy.
Whoa!
I mean, I don't follow all the shit, so maybe for all I know, he's like killing babies and he was on Epstein's island, but I don't follow it. So
remember Friday?
fair-
I had that phone call with my dad on my stream,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Immediately after goes his show, and within the first 5 minutes of his stream, he goes, "Hey guys, donate $10 and I'll guess what the fuck's wrong with TechProtect's dad." We'll just start doing a little betting pool and seeing how fucked his dad is.
That's a good, come on now. You can't if you can't take it, you got to be able to dish it out and take it and all that shit. He's not. You think he really is?
That's rough, dude.
Okay, kind of
What?
dickhead
It's like-
behavior.
Yeah, that's actually quite rough. Hey, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
agree.
Billy the
Sorry,
Fridge.
Punk, I'm sorry. I'm, gee,
When my show
Go
was
for it.
growing, and like originally, right, when I was doing solo streams for like 2 months straight, he was like, "I have the power to have you removed from the universe in a week. All right, you won't have a job here anymore, TechProtect, if you don't listen to me. End your stream."
I remember
Yeah, fucking dickhead behavior.
that's when I first started. Yeah, dude, you two were going at each other.
Yeah, and he was like trying to throw his weight around, which, to be fair, it's a lot of weight to throw around. So maybe I should have stepped out of the way. Good morning, everybody. We have a ton of news to cover today. There's been a lot going on in the universe. I don't mean the LCU. I mean actually just the universe itself. Holy shit. Jaffe,
Yes.
how do you feel about Iran right now? Do you think we're closer to solving
Well,
this?
LCU breadstick. By the way, before we get to that, let's just say thank you for that. It's been a month.
Oh, is that LCU breadstick?
I love that name.
Host of
Great
LolCow
name.
Nuts? Stalin
Yeah.
did have a really nice mustache, though.
Yeah.
True.
That was his one thing. It was
That
his
was
one
just-
thing.
That's all I know him for. What else should I know?
So, I mean, it's hard to say what's happening over there right now because everything's, you go to Twitter and it says, Grok, is this true? And it says yes. And then 5 things down, Grok, is this true? No. This is footage from Arma or something, right? So it's total who knows. But it's starting to look like Trump's assumption that this was going to be quick is very miscalculated. And whether they're getting help from China and Russia, which is probably obvious, who knows? But it's Israel's starting to get hit. America, they're saying, is starting to run out of missiles. I mean, it's hard
I
to
don't
believe
believe
America
that.
We're running out of
missiles.
miss. No
I
shot. I don't believe
that.
that.
No.
I don't
Not for
believe
a
you're right. So
second.
the thing is, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. I see that, Natasha. Natasha says Keemstar needs to print up an LCU newspaper so Jaffe can follow with tech. Yeah, I'd read a newspaper.
True.
Yeah.
Actually, fair.
But
read
I don't know. It looks really bad, and I think a lot of Americans are starting to go, we're not used to wars like this. Aren't we always winning and it ends real quick and we're the big bad guys? And apparently killing this Khomeini guy or whatever his name is, the Ayatollah, they're saying is the best thing that ever happened because he's a martyr now, and it totally tracks with it's in the month of Ramadan. It tracks with a bunch of like Islamic prophecies and old stories, and it's like, oh, this is just like that. And so, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down.
We did do a little bit of coverage when it first started, right? One thing I did want to talk about, because I didn't have all the information yet and it wasn't confirmed, and now that it's been confirmed by various sources, one of the most appalling things during this it's not even a war, right? Whatever this conflict we want to call it yet, the Taya Bay Girls Elementary School being bombed by the U.S., the estimates are about 150 and 180 people killed, at least 95 of them being young girls aged 7 to 12.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. It did happen. It looks like it's been confirmed by multiple sources. It doesn't look like it was like a stray missile or something. It looks like
No, come on. There's no way that was.
I'm losing my mind over this. Me and your
on purpose.
daughter were having like a long conversation last night about this.
I mean, that's the
The-
future generation,
the-
whether
the
it's
you-
here or somewhere else.
Yeah, dude.
Remember when it was a big deal when Obama did it? Or was
There's
involved with that?
what really pissed me off was you can see the commentary online from U.S. I don't want to call them pundits, but like commentators, social media commentators. These fucking like, oh, I'm a political streamer guy. There was a guy who was like, oh, well, it must have been the site of future terrorism, and they were trying to justify the death of at least 90 fucking kids.
Well, in the chat right now, somebody says that apparently the school, Smoke Elijah says the school was right next to a military installation. Why were children still in the area? Who knows, man? But they were. And, I mean, if America thought, hey, I don't know what time the attack came. If America, was like, oh, we thought it was 3 a.m. Oops, our bad. It was 3 p.m. I don't know. But
yeah, for those that don't know, Saturday is the first day of the school week in Iran. All right, so it's not the same as the U.S. So this is their Monday, essentially. Monday morning, kids are going to school. Now they're not.
Kids,
Listen,
future
if
terrorists.
missiles, yeah, well, I don't know. But the thing is, right, if they target these places like quite specifically, how do you miss? I mean, they've got drones trying to counteract these other missiles that are coming into certain places. Like, how do you miss if that is true, it's next to a military base. How do you miss a military base by so much? Unless they just use too much of a.
But it was a big explosion, and I
We have
mean,
amazing technology.
It's so
Like,
the school.
what the
I'm saying.
The school
Why
was
target?
the school was located next to a naval base, right? But the naval base is the size of like 12 football fields, right? And they just went across the street and hit the
So
hit the
what's
school.
the excuse? Really?
This is what I'm
Like,
saying. How did the school get hit if tech is so good and they can hit fucking something in the sky that's
it's
flying?
It's not about how. It's why. Why the fuck do they? Because it's got to be on purpose. There's no other fucking reason. Look. I was always skeptical about the idea of just like Americans being considered warmongers or like being deathly. I guess you could say like obsessed with war. And the more I think about it, the more I start realizing I think we as a country have been involved in so much that we just feel like we're justified in everything. Like, for example, like with Korea, we were involved in that conflict. Then we ended up, dividing that country. And now all of North Korea demonizes us and thinks we fucking eat babies. All right. That's an actual thing, by the way. They genuinely think we eat babies and shit like that.
Oh, we're
Vietnam.
starting to look like in the Epstein files, maybe we do.
Well, yeah, thank you. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. So, like, Vietnam, it was, we're pretty much just fucking nuking the entire place with just napalm, throwing it everywhere, left and right. Agent Orange, you fucking name it. Yeah, gunning down fucking kids who also had guns, by the way. Like, we're going all up in there, not giving a fuck, just raiding villages, just killing women and children. Yeah, whatever. Now you got fucking Gulf War, same exact fucking thing, because there's definitely horror stories of that. I've heard from veterans that I used to work with about shit that they had to do where they had to look through a screen and kill somebody, and hey, they don't feel it as much as if they were standing right in front of them and shooting them, right? Like now with the drone shit, it makes it so much easier to just like not even think about it. It's all just a game. Just like blow them up, who cares? It's just a fucking school, right? It's like, no, there were kids in there. There were innocent kids. It's like, what makes you think they're gonna grow up to be fucking terrorists? How would you even know that? Like, it's not even a justifiable reason. That's
well,
insane.
now they will grow up. Their brothers and sisters will certainly grow up to be terrorists.
Yeah,
Well,
you gave him a reason. I'll tell you that much.
The ones that survive. I mean, if
Right.
the whole school is getting fucking blown up.
No, I mean their
Nobody
brothers
blame
and
them.
sisters at home or whatever. It's like, oh, your brother's not coming
Yeah.
home tonight. He died or she died. You're
Because
not,
of this thing. They hate another region or whatever the fuck. I mean, that's the start of pure vengeance.
It's only the
When you
beginning.
lose someone like that. Yeah.
The cycle of hate continues.
Well, and the funny part about it is, and I say funny, but whatever, is that
Bad way.
no one can really figure out why we're at war with these people anyway. The Pentagon and Trump keep coming up with different reasons we're there. This is not like 9/11 or something where something happened and we're like, okay, this is going to be
Retaliation.
tough, but we're going to have to, there was no reason that even the Republicans, the MAGA people are like, what the fuck, dude? Why did we do this? And I mean, ask yourself, and again, whether this is true or not, but the what stands to reason is it's Epstein file shit. It's like, what else can he do? It won't go away. Oh, let's start a fucking war at this point. I mean, it's off the news now. We're not talking about Epstein, but it'll come back. We will soon. But I mean, what else, why else would they be doing this? Apparently Israel's been wanting this for a long time. And so that probably didn't hurt that they wanted to jump with us in this and do this, but I don't know, man. I think Trump, if he survives this term just because he's old and unhealthy, probably should be brought up. People talk about war criminals and presidents, but this guy, this particular war, I think is a bridge too far for most people. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Unjustified?
Look,
Absolutely justified.
the
Nowhere.
major public reasons for why the U.S. is engaging in this conflict tends to come from the breakdowns of the nuclear conversations that happened. I think the week the week before. It was like 2 or 3 days. They were meeting in Geneva, I think, and that conversation went nowhere. Right, the U.S. was trying to negotiate.
The Board of Peace?
No, it's another one. I talked about it on our last time we covered this. The U.S. sent delegates, Iran sent delegates to Geneva. They had a conversation. Apparently, someone said something that the other person did not like, and they immediately ended the conversation, went back to their respective countries, and told their dads, like, oh, they said this, I don't like it. And over the weekend, they ended up having the whole thing go down. And this is probably what I think is more likely, is, the U.S. has been, I don't want to say spying. the U.S. has been gathering information internally from Iran since June 2025 on the levels of unrest between the populace and the current government in Iran, and have stated that it is time to free the Iranian people from the Ayatollah. Right?
They tried that about a month ago, right? And 40,000 people got killed by the Ayatollah.
Yeah, and now
I'd be willing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd be willing to hedge a bet to say I don't think it's American intelligence. I'm willing to bet it's Israeli. Like it's got to be Mossad, 100%, because any information that comes from the Middle East entirely comes from Mossad. Like it's a valuable informational asset that the U.S. uses. However, it can also be biased, right? We can agree on that.
Speaking about bias, Zach M with $10 says, "Gentlemen, we need to be elevating female voices here. Can we hear from Kimmy K her thoughts on Israel/Palestine?" Kimmy, you're going to be full screen. Your turn.
I haven't been following it, so I don't have much to say on it. But at the end of
Twitter?
the day, right?
Sorry, go
dude,
ahead.
I don't know. Like, I don't follow it anywhere. I generally just stick to Philip DeFranco, so I can just kind of catch what's going on in the States. I can't get involved in my own country politics in case I get pulled up on board for a case or whatever. But at the end of the day, I do have a mate that's living in Israel, and all I know is that it's not great there. I mean, they're also having a bit of a war, and it just needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. I mean, I don't know what the fighting is about. I really have not followed it at all. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just needs to stop. I mean, we've got kids getting involved now, losing their lives. I mean, especially...
Well, we don't have fiber, and because we don't have fiber, we don't have access to solid internet, and that's why things happen like this, chat. No worries, we're back.
Fiber.
Yeah, we need to get fiber. Kimmy, you were saying that you don't follow Israel and Palestine on Twitter, right? What's that story about?
At all. I don't follow it at all. The only inside information that I do have with regards to everything that's going on is one girl that I know that came back home to study for a bit and then went back to her family. And she basically says that you live your day normally there. Like, shit falling out of the sky and potentially killing you to them is normal. And they can't stop what they're doing in their day-to-day life. So, I mean, if you think about it that way, you kind of just got to muster through, eh? It's sad. It's not much you can do when something in the sky is being fucking flung at you and gonna fucking pop your head off, but you just kind of got to go with it. It's sad.
I agree. By the way, thank you. I think it was Nick Jonas Diabetes who gifted a membership directly to Glammy Lammy. Glammy, you should have been paying for this from the beginning. I don't know what the fuck. You're letting the fans pay, Glammy? Come on. You get your morning news from us.
Robbed.
Why aren't you a cash cow, Glammy? I can't believe it. Anyway, Seth Looks says the missile shortage issue is the interceptor missile. It takes multiple 2 to 100 million interceptor missiles to shoot down one 50K drone or rocket. I do think that is true. That it is the interceptors, especially with our THAAD system. That's THAAD, or the Patriot batteries. They currently are under resourced, and I think it's related to our involvement with the Ukraine-Russian conflict, where we were deploying a lot of these systems over there, and we didn't estimate a conflict, I think, so soon before we could start loading up our fucking guns again.
Maybe Trump should listen to his fucking generals who, it's not like we were attacked and we were caught by surprise. We could have waited until the generals were ready, but the generals were saying we did this fucking thing.
Yeah. Also, Pecan Pie is correct. I should be nicer to Glammy. Sweet Tea did steal all her money. So that is true. Sorry, Glammy. I know you can't afford it. If anyone deserves a fucking gifted membership, that's you, baby. Uh, I
Okay,
don't
so they
know.
just attacked for no reason. Because
Well,
I
yes and
haven't.
no,
All right.
right?
Let's brief yes and tell me why no.
Okay.
Two-pronged
The
issue.
the brief
Other way around.
the brief yes for why the U.S. is engaging in Iran is the Iran has been kind of like a thorn in the side of peace in the Middle East for generations, right? Ever
Right.
since we changed the name of that country from Persia to Iran, there's been some shit going on. Okay. Ever since they were like, if you're a woman, you can't drive, you can't breathe, you can't look at a man, you can't do this, and they kind of took away their more Western values. It's been kind of like and again, this is no hate towards a religion or any specific group, but it's been a breeding ground for insurgency groups and rebel groups that kind of take advantage of the destabilization of their government to engage in, some pretty heinous crimes. Okay. Certain groups similar to like ISIS, right, used to go around and murder women of other faiths, other sects of faiths of Islam. And we don't like to see that. I don't think. Raise your hand if you like to see women killed because they believe a different religion.
The reason
Anybody?
we're attacking Iran is because we have a sense of moral outrage of how they treat their
No, that's the public reason. The private capitalist reason is if you can stabilize a region that is killing its own people, you can invest in their oil infrastructure a lot easier. Okay, if you
Divide and conquer?
this is not about oil at this point, though. It really isn't.
Yeah, we already got Venezuela. Do we need more?
Well,
It's not about oil. There's the Occam's razor says this is all about Epstein and this is all about keeping Netanyahu out of jail.
that's such a small man game for like political power.
Who do you think the guy? Again.
Do you know
They're
who's
usually in a war? Hang on. Usually in a fucking war. Even with back in like when we went into Iraq the second time.
Yeah.
We were at the UN. We had Colin Powell holding up vials and saying, we have to make a preemptive strike because they're doing weapons of mass destruction. We're going to wake up to a nuke cloud over New York City if we don't do this. They sold the war to the American people and to Congress and all of this other stuff. This was like out of nowhere. There was no need for this. There was no... everybody who looks into it, who's like on the ground over there, says they were not moving forward with any meaningful new creations. Nothing had changed. All this would do would destabilize. The news says the Pentagon was not Hegseth. He'll suck Trump's dick off his hips, as Bunny says. But the actual generals were going, this makes no sense. Why are we doing this? And if you listen to the briefings at the Pentagon and the White House, they contradict each other when they ask why we're there. So there's no. I don't think most people understand why we're there.
And if you have a point, Graham, you can say it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I feel like I'm on the same road as Jaffe, but it's not that. I don't think it's because of Epstein. I genuinely think that the U.S., as time has gone on, has become such a lapdog to Israel that we've now come to a point where it's like, I feel like Israel's putting pressure on the U.S., just saying, hey, I'm in a fucking area where everybody's after me. You're going to have to help me go against Iran. I need to defend myself.
Here's the third
But what's
opinion.
new? What would have prompted that? It wasn't like Israel got hit by Iran.
Pressure from Netanyahu, if I had to guess.
But what would have prompted, what changed over the course of this month to last month? It wasn't like there was an event.
Well, I would argue the most recent attack that obviously they mitigated, but yet there's still that little bit of fear, I guess you could say, that Israel's stirring up, where they're just like, well, even though you did mitigate them for a little bit, they still got nuclear weapons. I don't know. I'm right next to them. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm a huge fan of world history.
To me, that makes more sense.
Okay. I don't think it's an obfuscation of what's happening in the Epstein files. I don't think it's pressure from Israel on the U.S. People in power don't plan to own you today. They plan to own the next generation. Okay. As much as they want to excuse Trump and the current administration for what's happening on Epstein's Island or what happened, right? It's not happening anymore, allegedly, right?
It's only going to last right?
But they're setting up the next fucking rung of people in political power to succeed and extend that reach for future generations, okay? They want to secure a huge power play in the Middle East to cut out China, to cut out fucking India, to cut out Russia from what's happening in the Gulf, right? We know for a fact if Iran becomes stabilized by the U.S., right, that's additional power to go against Russia, right? If we can control the Strait of Hormuz, right, Russia's in a way tougher spot when it comes to their logistics trade, okay? Because then we are, in control of what Israel controls near Egypt. That I'm forgetting the name. The shipping fucking highway. One of you guys.
Oh, I remember. There was a ship that got stuck there at one point.
Yeah. The one that cuts through Egypt, goes into the Mediterranean, and then we control the Strait of Hormuz, and that is essentially most of the oil going out of the Middle East, right, into China. The U.S. becomes a dominant force for the energy grid of the entire fucking planet at that point. We have Venezuela, we have Iran, we have Israel. Like that makes us set up for such a more powerful position. Think about Suez Canal. Thank you. Fuck you, the Brothers Thrive. I love
Suez
you.
Canal.
Think about the fact that this is something that we started talking about 100 kids killed, right?
Yep.
This and I mean, this is not going as quickly as we thought. This is bad. Why don't we know for sure? Why are 4 morons on the LolCow Universe debating it?
2.5.
Right? I mean, the fact is, I can't remember a conflict that we didn't even understand why we're there.
Korea.
Right? The fact that you have an opinion, Grim has an opinion, I have an opinion. I don't know what Kimmy's opinion is on this, but is kind of crazy that we don't even know why we're doing this. We have different thoughts on it. How is that acceptable in our name, in America's name, that we're
That's
like,
a very
hey,
good point.
We don't know why, but I guess, that's a
very good point.
Listen, Jaffe, I think this seems to be more of a you three issue right now because I'm the bottom of Africa. So I think you guys have poked a bear.
Well,
you're a little close. You're a little closer. Yeah.
BB Phil with 20 pounds. Thank you, by the way, Tech, for playing all those cool intros in the beginning from the collection. I worked for most of them. You can't even test, for example, I got from working for Grim and his old team. Thank you, BB Phil. I am very nostalgic for the old intros. I don't think Jaffe paid attention, but we did play the Tech Talk one with Rich and Jay on it. It's a good intro. Look, you're not wrong. It does seem to be a very peculiar situation that the height of informed populace with how fast the internet reaches, everybody, we don't have a set answer, right? There's no excuse for someone in the U.S. government to not be upfront and say, hey, on our Twitter, we're saying this, this is the reason. It's all obfuscated.
Epic fury.
Yeah.
No one can agree to say one singular thing. I mean, and I agree with Jaffe. You got all these opinions. Now, how do you find that middle line to keep absolutely everybody happy? You're not. You're going to piss somebody off in the process.
Mm-hmm. Here's the Washington Post shared by Jaffe. What are we looking at?
White House offers shifting rationales for war. I'll just read you the headline. From regime change to nukes, preemption to ballistic missiles, the president's top aides are retroactively making a broad case for war of his choosing. They're just constantly tossing shit at the wall until something sticks after the fact. So, forgive me for being skeptical that I don't know why the fuck we're doing this. And I don't think.
No, I mean, I think you're on the same boat as everyone else, or at least rationally, you are.
It's like they really don't plan their shit properly. It's like, okay, we're just going to play this move and then see what happens, and then we'll fix it after the fact. I mean, should that be?
Oh
Dude,
my God! You just described the Trump administration.
Right. Should it be their
You
fucking
literally just
family?
described it.
Should it be their families to go do that shit? I'm telling you now, they'll think that shit 11,000 times over before they even fucking do it. I'm telling you.
That's why we're here, because they fucking ripped up the Iran deal. It was just like a shh. All right, well, we fucking fixed one issue. Well, if it becomes an issue in the future, we'll figure it out later. And now here we are.
Well, the issue is, and I know this is going to make Tech happy because I bring it back to the LCU, but I saw somebody in the chat talking about FUPA going, I know she voted for Trump, but then apparently she said something that they, I forgot what they wrote in the chat. It just went through, but it was like I think everybody has a right to vote, but I think stupid people or uninformed people or stupid people like Fupa should be, raised to go, look, if you're not informed, yeah, you have a right to vote, but maybe you'd rather stay home and have a cookie. We'll get you a cookie, or we'll get you some chips or something. That'll be like,
Would you rather vote this election or get a $50 Ulta gift card? That's what we need to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Fucking absolutely. She probably would take the goddamn gift card. And that's great.
fine.
I'd rather her stay home and take the goddamn gift card. Not because she voted in a different way than but I think what I was responding to in the chat, but I can't find it, is somebody was trying to ask her rationale for voting for something or feeling this way or that way. And it was just so absolutely just batshit uninformed. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you showing up to fucking vote, man? It's ridiculous. So
People
yeah, gift card's a good
reasons,
solution.
right?
Or, tax break at least.
What's up, Kimmy?
Don't vote. You'll get $50 back.
I mean, I agree with what Jaffe's saying. If you don't really know what's going on, rather just get a gift card. I mean, instead of spending your whole 3 or 4 hours in a line to go vote. But also at the end of the day, the people that are uneducated and the government that requires their vote, from what I understand down here, granted I could be wrong, and fuck, I probably am wrong, but they tried to do that back in the day to keep the whole divide and conquer by keeping everybody uneducated, so that whatever was presumed in the media, they got it as law. That was the word of, I don't want to say word of God, but that is what they believed to be true, just because it was in the media. So to try and, I don't know, what's the word? Delusional, get people in a delusion as to what is potential. Delude, there we go. Delude the people to not actually see what's going on. So what's happening here, but don't look at what's happening here.
Yeah, that
is a
is
whole magic trick.
That is true. If you were to give a populace the opportunity to not vote, and you get some type of incentive because you're not educated in the process, all you're doing is motivating people to be uneducated in the future. It would be nicer.
No, you're not. What you're motivating is the people who don't really give a shit either way to stay home. Right. I mean, there are those cases where it's like, look, I want to vote, but $50 will change my life. Okay, fine. But most people would say, if you care about the issues and you care about the country, $50 is not worth it. But for someone like Fupa, my guess would be a $50 gift card to Sephora or whatever the makeup
Ulta,
place is called. Yeah. She would go, oh, I'll do that instead of, go vote.
What's up, Kim?
Is what I would say.
I'm a tad behind, but why are we in Iran? Because we're Israel's bitch.
Oh, so you have the grim take. That's what grim think.
It's a good take. It makes sense. Thank you, Keith.
I mean that's a big part of it. That's definitely a big part of it, right? But I mean,
explain that for a moment. I mean, Israel, for all of its lobbying and whatnot, is a small country. They depend on us for a number of things. And anybody would look at this and go, what are we getting from Israel's relationship that it's worth what is starting to look like a pretty negative experience for most Americans to have to support? What do we get for it?
Not much. That's why, support for Israel is going tanking in the United States, and it has been for the last 3 years. I mean, ever since October 10th, or 7th, which 7th? Am I fucking up the dates? Ever since their activities in Palestine, whatever. Supports just went down. It's been tanking down.
October 7th was when the Israelis were attacked by the
response. I think that it would increase their support, but whenever they push back so hard as they do, every single time against Palestine, it takes so much more land, then the support goes down immensely.
But if the support goes down, and I get that, and I get why the support goes down for the way they handled the Gaza situation, but before that, the idea that we're their bitch. In the past, if you're saying people are asking that now, okay, so 10 years ago, what did we get from it? When was it? What is the foundational reason that you think they have so much power?
I would love to answer this. Keem, if you have an answer.
I don't have an answer. I'd love to know.
I think all countries want influence within other governments and other countries, right?
Yes, that's exactly the direction I would have gone with this. If you haven't seen, there was a recent interview with someone who was very high in the FBI, like the rung of the FBI over the last like 20 years. He talked about interacting with like Mossad, right? That they would invite them into the U.S., get exchange information, right? Counterintelligence information. And they were like, we never trusted those motherfuckers. Every time they would come to visit us, they'd give us like a gift. And of course, just full of listening devices, tracking devices, all this shit. And they would never accept it. And when they did, they would open it up in front of them, be like, haha, Mossad, we see that you have a little fucking bug here. He's like, it's a joke or whatever, right? And they said, Mossad is not like the U.S. All right, when the U.S. does a little like intelligence thing where they're like spying on someone or they need to like take out a target, the U.S. will send one guy with a very nice gun to do a very clean job. Mossad will just blow up an entire city block. They don't give a fuck. They'll just take everyone out with them.
They are surrounded by people who want them dead, whereas America.
I hear you. Which the point is the reason why Israel, and this is my opinion, right? Personal opinion. Don't take me to jail or Mossad me with a whole city block. Israel gives a ton of money to specific groups in the U.S. that don't outweigh the cost that the U.S. has to invest in defending Israel, but to the individual in power, it makes enough sense for them to agree and be in line, like aligned with their positions. Obviously, us going to war with Iran kind of costs us a ton of fucking money. But if 10% of that cost went into the pocketbooks of the people in charge of starting that fucking conflict, well, it's not like, it's like when you're working at a store and it gets robbed. It's like, it's not your money, it's the store's fucking money. Who cares? Just agree with the robber, agree with the burglar, just give him the fucking cash. Fuck it. I think that's the position that a lot of politicians have right now, is I can make my bag.
Then? If you're bringing up Mossad and, and you're saying Epstein
not lightly,
is
by
a
the way.
factor.
Not lightly.
What?
I'm not bringing up their name lightly. Full respect, Mossad. Hey, hands
Epstein,
up.
Apparently, if you look at his girlfriend, whatever her name is, that Giselle, whatever, Maxwell woman, her dad, I believe, was a Mossad agent. And there's a lot of people who say that Epstein was also an intelligent agent for Israel. So perhaps
father.
Okay, so perhaps what's happening, please let me know, Grim, the connection.
I'm looking it
is that they are going, okay, they're saying, look, bitch, if you don't do what we want, Trump, which is we want to take Iran out, Epstein works for us, whether he's dead or alive, and we'll just reveal every fucking thing.
Yeah,
I would buy that. I really would.
A lot of that opinion's been said by like a lot of people online.
And do you think it's valid?
I think there's just so many different factors. I can talk about a funny one. Haven't you noticed that Trump loves the 1980s?
Yeah, he loves the 80s.
He loves the 80s. Whatever was going on with the 80s, like he'll try to bring back, right? Make America great again. That comes from Ronald Reagan. The Space Force. Okay, that's like a throwback to again the 80s when Reagan was like, we're going to space, whatever that was. Think about the players, Russia, Iran, again, that very popular in the 80s. He loves the 80s. He likes to bring back a lot of the politics from the 80s into the current day.
That was his heyday. I was a teenager in the 80s, and he was everywhere. He that's maybe before he became kind of,
a dickhead.
Whatever. I don't know, but he was all over the place. He was real famous, and everyone was like, oh, everybody wants to be like Trump, because that was when materialist and, capitalism was like, everybody wants to be super fucking rich, like Gordon Gekko and all that shit. So what about this, though?
Before you go on,
I read it. I know why you're smiling.
Keem, our resident gay couple moderators, Pigeon wants to know, Keem, do you regret voting for Trump yet?
No. I'm not happy with some things currently, obviously. But what was the alternative?
Her name was Kamala. Maybe you've heard of her.
Genuine question: what would it take for you to rescind your vote for him?
There's nothing. I have to pick between Hillary, which is not a good pick, or Kamala, right? There's nothing.
Hillary, who would never get us in a war, I would imagine. Within her, at least her.
Are you sure?
her 4 years. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
I'm
Hold
not on
up.
your side
After
for
we
this
just
one
got
either.
out of a war,
Insane?
hold up.
Are
After we
you
just got
an
out of a war, you
insane
really
person?
think they would take the ridiculous take of getting right back into another one? No, they couldn't risk that. They couldn't risk that about their reputation.
Oh
After
my
Benghazi,
God.
they couldn't do that to themselves.
Hillary-
I don't agree.
They couldn't.
Fever? Do you have a
couldn't.
fever right now?
They're stupid, but not that stupid.
Are you wearing a wire, Grim?
Yeah,
No,
like-
brother.
No, don't
No,
fucking
I
don't
can't
know.
see
Don't
them
act
doing
like
that same mistake
don't-
again.
Yeah,
I
I
look,
don't even
here's
want
the
to
deal.
engage with this
We did
troll.
take us into
This is a
this
troll
war.
savior,
There would
right?
at least be an explanation for it. Okay, I'm not saying that it would be a justified war, and I'm not saying she would not take us to war, but you know, she was a.
I wish
you
Adam
could depend
Sandler
on
was the
her to be
president at this
good
point, dude.
and
Fuck
bad.
me.
True.
What?
Yeah, I want Adam Sandler in the White House right
Hell
now.
yeah.
I'll take
Uh,
anybody over Trump.
Can I
right
can
now.
I ask an important question though? Right, like I don't like the fact that we're at war right now, but is the world a better place when this is said and done? If this ends in the timeline that Trump has presented, I think he said 4 to 5 weeks. Is the world a better place because of it?
No.
It's hard to say, but
I-
I know. But I say,
if you're a betting
hang
man.
hang on. Here's what I'll say. I think in 50 years, in 100 years, quite possibly yes. You know, I think if you look at the tragedy of Palestine and Gaza, and you look at what may, if America does do what you're saying Trump says, and you look at the tragedy of Iran right now, in 100 years, though, when all of that becomes more westernized, whether westernized is good or bad is debatable, but it's homogenous with more of the world. And I think, yeah, you have a better region of the world. Yes, I think the answer is yes.
It was in the 1970s, you know. before
Iran
the-
was, yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. But think about this. Here's the important thing that probably only people as astute as Keemstar and I know. What's happening again in New Jersey right now? There's a relation. Remember in New Jersey last year, the end of the year?
It's Bagel
there's
Week
all
in
the
Jersey.
drones and all the weird things in the sky people couldn't identify.
Oh God, I
That's
thought you were
ju-
talking about something else.
No,
Oh yeah, no, Keem.
no.
I think we're on the Keem. What do you think he was talking about?
I thought
Yeah,
he
what-
was talking about the state of Israel in New Jersey.
No, the drones are starting to appear again in New Jersey. Don't ask me. You remember this when they were all over the skies of like Virginia and New
Going
Jersey and
down
all
the
this
coast.
shit? And now they're back again, and people are like, "We don't know what these fucking things are."
Oh,
And
let
this
me
is-
add on to that, please. Okay, do you know who Chris Bledsoe, I believe, is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris Bledsoe, for the audience, is a person who's very religious and into Christianity, but also has a relationship with UFOs and aliens that come to him in visions and whatnot.
And he thinks he can call them.
Yes, and there's so much video evidence of him just outside recording UFOs and stuff. So it's somewhat credible, and so credible that the U.S. government has interacted with him a bunch, right, to investigate this.
Yeah.
And he said that this, alien woman came to him and said, at the time that Israel and Iran are sending rockets back and forth, at that time, and he saw it, with his own eyes, the alien woman showed it to him, that UFOs will come from the oceans and they will be seen by everyone. Now, in New Jersey,
Yep.
when we were seeing those, they kept saying they were coming from the water. Remember all those reports that were coming from the ocean onto land? And I believe at that time, they were sending rockets back and forth at that time.
Yeah. This is true. This did align with what's happening
It's all
over there.
lining up, and I'm just thinking about this right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is what it's going to take. It's going to take us getting into World War III, and that's finally when they show up. I don't fucking know. dude.
I don't know.
Weird.
Look,
Do you think
as someone who's had professional experience with like drone technologies, especially something more cutting edge, right, for the government, it seemed like they were just testing new software. Okay, the stuff that was happening across the coast of the U.S., whether it was the East Coast or I think we had shit in San Diego happening. It seems like the government's just testing new shit, right? We saw the conflict in Russia with Ukraine. The U.S. is trying to up its game immediately with drone technologies.
Trump said as much, right? Didn't he come out and say that's what the New Jersey thing was when he got reelected this time?
He
So maybe-
said, he said that there are advancements in drone technology, and that we will get with the FAA to disclose what was happening across the fucking beaches.
There were
and shit.
weird contradictions about that, though. But
Yeah, it was
sure.
kind of
Like,
weird.
for example, there were drones above American military bases that
They didn't know about. Yeah, there was a base. It was in San Diego. The base in San Diego had no idea
There's a
why
bunch
there was
of them.
drones. They were like, "What the fuck's
so maybe
happening?"
that's just, yeah, I don't know.
You know, I was thinking about this yesterday, that when World War III comes, and the aliens come, and like every crazy thing that you can imagine happens, right?
No.
We feel like we're at this trigger point where it's all going to explode. The people that survive that are the people that paid for the DLC in this simulation, and the people that don't, they have to go back to the old world before the World War III and the aliens. So if
you wake up in the hospital in GTA, you're like, fuck. All right, I lost all my money.
If we survive this shit, that means we actually paid for the DLC.
Yep.
That's fucked.
Could you
That's
fucking
fucked.
imagine? Oh, it's all a fucking illusion.
Oh,
No,
you're in,
imagine-
you're in
is.
South
Well,
Africa, Kimmy.
there's
You're
new,
not.
There's new shit on that too all the time.
Yeah,
There's this
Dude.
new guy can't go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Kimmy, you're not in the premium disc, the premium servers for the game. All right,
Yeah,
South
we
Africa's not
can't-
making
we
it.
can't afford it. we don't have the update. Fuck.
Can you imagine we're in the,
You're on the ad sponsored version.
we're in the LolCow universe, and like a few hosts die, and we're like them broke ass bitch, can't get the deal.
But can you imagine though, if somehow Iran does sleeper cells or something happens here, the public perception will change in a heartbeat. We are so inoculated from all of this shit over here that it is just like, watching TV and watching a war movie. But the minute we start getting this shit, it's going to be fast. And I have to imagine they're going to. I mean, if you're going to war with America, you have to assume the only really thing that's going to hit America hard is going to be an attack over here. And honestly, how hard could that be?
Sleeper cell, right? The shooting in
What's
Texas. The shooting that just happened in Texas, I believe that might be a sleeper cell.
He had a shirt that said Allah is great, but to be fair, Grimm has the same shirt, so it's hard to say. But yeah, that I don't think they've come out and said if it was, but yes, they are investigating it as a possibility.
We did an episode I think a week or two ago about, I don't know if you knew this, Keemstar. This is another reason to hate Roblox. There are legitimately servers in Roblox that try to convince people to join like terrorist groups, and they will send you money, they will send you equipment, they'll get you fucking like prepped, and they'll fly you out to the Middle East, or potentially some of them are like, stay where you're at. If you're in Denmark, you're in Switzerland, you should follow these beliefs and start preaching them on the streets and shit. It's
the code word is
Roblox, Robux, or whatever the fuck that shit is. Oh my God.
Listen, look at your screen real quick. You got to see something. This is something.
Don't share nudes again like last time.
Oh my God. Your feed is so fucking different than mine. You're so terrified of me sharing. It's like nothing on my fucking Twitter.
Hey, the moment you're off Zoloft, all right? Is the moment you start fucking bitches
okay,
again.
but I'm on Zoloft now, so you'll be fine. Look at this.
Safe,
this is
Kimmy.
Sandy Hook Elementary in Roblox.
Cool. I mean, you've seen the footage.
So, but the thing about this, and you can go in and all the kids that were killed in Sandy Hook, you can find them and shoot them.
Yeah.
And obviously they took this off almost immediately, but people are using it as an excuse to hammer Roblox, the company. And I get that, but at the same time, man, if you're a kid growing up in this culture where this is what you see all the time, I'm not saying this is healthy, but this is the world they live in, and they've got to find a way to process it. And I'm not saying I condone this. I certainly don't. But at the same time, the idea that just like take this away, I'm like, if you're, my kids, every time I drop my kids off at school, I was worried they were going to get shot. What's that?
Yeah, you don't have to show this next part, Jeff.
Yeah, you get the idea, though. You get the idea. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm so sorry. I got to make a major announcement right now, so I got to go. But
you're not going to make it here?
Where
are you going to make it?
Oh, fuck. You have 1 minute left. Oh, no, you have an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can't make it here. I got to post things, but then I'll come back. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
You know we're his favorite show, by the way.
No.
We are.
That's good.
Yeah, no, he's like, finally. By the way, I'm running a betting pool. All right, y'all aren't invited because one, Grimm's Muslim. Two, Jaffe doesn't like to spend money, and Kimmy, you're not in the U.S. But the bet is if 90% of the shows talk about sweet tea today, and so far, every show has talked about sweet tea's money.
Yeah, but you're kind of fucking with it. If it's your betting pool, I didn't bring her up. You did.
Well, no. That
is true.
I'm not counting my own show, but
No.
I guarantee it's all gonna be fucking. What are you saying?
Announcement.
Check announcements.
Okay, it wasn't supposed to be a no, but it's supposed to be maybe a yes. I don't know. It depends on what side of the field you're on.
Shut the fuck up.
Just read it because I'm not reading it. Just
no, I'm sharing my screen. Everyone shut up. Don't ruin. No, bitch! I will kick you. Stop.
That's why I didn't say anything, dude.
Here we go. Check my screen. Wings of Redemption is now the manager of LolCow Nerds.
Son of a bitch.
Some bitch.
Yep,
oh my god.
Holy shit.
The Pepsi pimp has returned to his throne.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Come back eventually.
God, that's gonna be the smelliest fucking cabin at Fat Camp. That's gonna be the most fermented and seasoned.
There you go. Yep.
Basked in nerdy glory and under boob sweat cabin at Fat Camp. No way! Oh my god!
My mamas.
Wings of Redemption, guys.
Chat, you heard it here first. Drop your $20 donos because we gave you the announcement for free, but now we're charging you $20. Send us money. Let's celebrate. For every $20, I will drink a beer. It's 7 a.m. That's not true. I'm not gonna drink, but give us money, please. Wings of Depression. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is true.
Really?
I heard he was like suicidal last week. People were like, "Oh, saying he's gonna."
Hey, let's not ruin his fucking intro into the fucking universe again. I think I'm excited for him. The reports I've heard are also kind of not so great. I heard he's like up 100 pounds. Bracer with the one gifted. Let's go. We're celebrating. Big ups, pimp.
Thank you, Bracer.
The big Pepsi
hooray.
pimp himself.
Pimp, hooray!
Holy.
I'll just do sound effects the whole show.
What a guy. Are you excited to work with Wings again, Jaffe?
Well, I mean, I'm not on Nerds, but the only issue I ever had with Wings is I heard he said some really stupid, kind of cruel stuff about the trans community, but short of that, I've always gotten along with him. And he helped me out with Call of Duty. I mostly like the guy, but I don't think I'll be working with him, but
Yeah. Whoa, we got another gifted membership from Bracer. Hell yeah. And Nick Jonas.
We got Bracer's been a cash cow for 2 months. We got Bracer hitting a membership. Yeah. Jaffe hit a blinker. I would, but my daughter stole my weed. Thank you for that, buddy. And then Lucky Tiger, thank you, sir.
Lucky Tiger, thank you for the $1. We appreciate it. This goes out to all the Pepsi pimps out there. Can we raise a Pepsi in honor? Raise a Pepsi.
Pimp. Hold on.
I don't have Pepsi. I've got.
I got this. Is this good enough? Is this good?
Yeah.
Do that?
What does that say?
All right, cool. It's Pepsi. It comes from the original founder pack for the fucking LCU cards. Yeah.
Wow. Selenium, welcome to Band World. We appreciate you being here. He's gonna want to come on to Crypt. Can you steal what?
Really? What? I want to steal Jaffe's blinker.
Oh, can you do a blinker for him? Yeah, do a blinker for Jaffe.
Yeah, if he can't do it, I'll do it for him.
There you go.
Save the old man.
And next we're doing I was gonna have Jaffe do a handstand. So if you want to steal a handstand from Jaffe, that'd be good.
Oh my god, help! I would love Wings to come on the show. That'd be great.
Sure.
Oh, Natasha Johnson for $5 says, Jaffe, what are you reading this week, sweetheart?
Well, I'm reading still the same goddamn thing. I'm reading.
You read slowly. Also, you got flustered by the sweetheart comment, huh?
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm reading the same book I was last week, which is that thing about the guy who works at the radio station and the girl calls in for her mom. It's kind of like Sleepless in Seattle.
I looked it up, and it was listed under preteen romance. It was on Barnes and Noble. It was like book suitable for preteens.
It might be suitable for preteens.
That's right. That's the category I was chilling.
It's not about preteens. It's about a woman in her 30s, and it's basically a riff on Sleepless in Seattle. And I heard heard the author talking or somebody talking on a podcast about books, and I'm like, that sounds fun. And that's what it's not a long book. I'm just busy with a lot of other things. I'm playing Resident Evil 9, and I'm playing this amazing new game called Esoteric Ebb that just came out. So I don't have a lot of time, but yeah, I'm still reading that.
Lucky Tiger, thank you for remembering. I do try to watch a movie, at least one movie or two movies a week. This movie that I watched this week, which was Sunday, was Independence Day with Will Smith. I have not seen it. Now I have. Great fucking movie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. Great action scenes. Thank you for keeping up, Lucky Tiger. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you didn't know, I watch a movie every week, trying to catch up to Jaffe, who's seen every single movie imaginable for some reason. Yeah. All right,
I grew up obsessed with movies. I love movies.
Yeah, you grew up with a father. All right, dickhead. Don't fucking.
I did. I'll tell you what. I was walking Ace or out with Ace the other day, and it did. Everybody has issues with the way they were raised, but when you get to my age, I certainly look back and go, it would have been nice to be raised with parents that knew about money, and we didn't struggle financially and this, that, and the other. But I'll tell you, when I compare my childhood and what I got with parents, it really is kind of, you only know that in comparison, because when you live with it and it's normal, you're like, well, that's just normal. But when you start meeting people that don't have that shit, yeah, I was exceptionally lucky to have my mom and my dad, nothing but support.
Yeah.
Nothing but support.
Raise your hand why now, if you had a good father. Let's see.
Well, I sure did.
Raise your hand if you had a good father.
Yeah, if your father was great, raise your hand.
Well, mine was.
Just thinking well, yeah, I mean, he was there.
Kimmy, you had a good dad?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't give off that that wasn't the energy that I was getting from
I got it from Kim. Oh, I get it from her. She's smart.
You say you think she has daddy
issues? Yeah.
I don't. I think she's.
No, wait. No, fuck that shit. Hold on. Hold the phone, bro. If that's the way you were going with it, I don't want to fucking participate.
No, I was going to say, out of all the females in the LCU, you're probably one of the most well-adjusted. Is what I would
suffer from a lack of a father figure?
Sorry, what?
Right. I said she's probably the most well-adjusted ladies in the LCU. Like, she doesn't seem to. I'm not saying you don't have your issues. I'm sure you do, but it seems like you. There's something wrong with everybody, but in terms of, I think you're more together. You're more self-aware than most people in the LCU that are women.
When you grow up with a bunch of brothers and cousins that are also male, and you didn't get the choice to play Barbie on the weekends, instead it was WWE and being brawled to absolute shit. Yeah, I mean, you gave off a little bit of a different vibe. you just sit and you roll through it, man.
We got $10 from Nick Jonas Diabetes. Guys, okay, real talk. I have a meeting with my manager in 20 minutes, and I'm so scared I'm going to get fired. Lamal, please pretend to pray for me. I want to teach you guys on I always fuck this one up. Anishina Bemoen Migwek, which means thank you, which I'm pretty sure that's like native language of like the Great Lakes area. It's like, are you Native American, Nick Jonas? Am I not knowing this about you? That's like Indian from.
Why do you think you're gonna get fired though? What'd you do? Are you shitty?
Yeah. What did you do?
Yeah.
What happened?
What didn't you do that you're gonna get fired?
Little fuckboy in the chat gave $5. Said, Jaffe, shake that laffy taffy.
Ooh.
What's in it for me?
The $5 already got sent through.
It ain't worth it for $5. No.
How much is your cheek worth? Okay, can you just turn and just lift one cheek with a hand? I mean, that's at least a $5 lift.
Nope.
Right?
No,
okay,
it's not worth it.
Real talk, Jaffe. If a
little bit of sun.
if a generally attractive man, like the society would say this guy's like conventionally attractive, came up to you with $100 bill and he said, "Can I lift your left cheek? 2 seconds, $100."
I wouldn't care. Well, first off, if it was a man, I wouldn't care if they were attractive or not. It's a kind of sexual thing with a man, which I'm not really that interested in. So, but if it was a woman and she was attractive, I'd go, "Oh, you can do it for free." Okay,
So, there it is. You got that dollar.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on now. But
I did know Nick Jonas was Native American. I did know that because he's in Minneapolis and he was like, "I look too brown to be in public." I do remember that. Sorry, Nick Jonas. I'll remember better in the future. Jaffe, how much for a guy? $1,000? Some ass lift?
No.
$1,000,
$1,000, Jaffe?
No, that's easy.
That's easy. Yeah, go ahead and lift my ass.
That's the easiest 1,000 ever made.
Come on, 2 seconds for $1,000.
No.
2 seconds. It'll probably
What's
be
the lowest you would go?
What is the
all
lowest?
Right? Every man has
don't
his
say
price.
$1 million. That's fucking dumb.
Wait a
price.
minute. Wait a minute. Are we
Dogwarts.
talking about in real life or on the show?
Real life. Like you're just walking in the grocery store, a guy comes up to you and he's like, "I pulled out some cash."
Oh, okay, yeah, $1,000, sure.
There we go.
I don't want him touching it, but I'll.
No. He wants to lift it.
Oh yes, sure. I don't care.
Like he'll give you a hug and a little reach around and just like a.
Now you're adding things to it now.
Well, look. Obviously, he's gonna blow in your ear when he does it. Come on, Jaffe, and he smells like your father's cologne.
Well, that's even worse. Jesus, you really didn't have a father if you think that's what it's about.
I don't know. What's a dad? I don't know. Shout out my dad. I hope you're doing better. He hasn't texted me all day.
Yeah, I'm sure he watches the show, Tech.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't give a fuck.
Like, it would be the first time he showed up for anything you did.
True. That's not true. He wouldn't go to any of like the events, like the things leading up to like awards. But then when I would get an award and he'd be right fucking there and he'd be posting on Facebook, "Look at my son, he got first place in the state." Fucking bullshit, dude. And he would take the fucking. I don't have a single one of my like trophies growing up because he would keep them and show it to his friends. Like, "Look at my son, he's a good performer. Look at this thing." I'm giving like a Russian accent or something.
I was going to say, why is he Ivan Drago?
Natasha.
If he dies, he dies.
He dies.
Right.
Natasha, $5 says, Oil North convicted of selling weapons to Iran. Ollie North. Saying on Fox News, Iran shouldn't have weapons. Shake that rump, Jaffe. That's now $10 in the rump rack, Jaffe. You're $10 in.
You know I love you. You know I love you, buddy, but it ain't happening, champion.
Aww.
It's not for him. It's for her.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Not enough money. Sorry.
How much is enough money? If we made another $100 today.
Okay, let me explain something to you. And people are like, "But Jaffe, you pissed yourself. You put an ice cube up your butt." Okay. But you have to understand, that was because I was genuinely curious. This is me being a whore. I'm not gonna. I have a reputation.
Just be a whore. You're on Zoloft. It means nothing. It's just business.
No. NJD. Who's NJD?
Nick Jonas Diabetes.
You're scared because production tanked due to the ICE raids being literally right outside our apartment. They've taken his relatives. Well,
did you laugh?
Well, you noticed that ICE kind of went away, and now it's the war.
Did you laugh?
Can we? About what?
He said they've taken his relatives away, etc.
Well, I'm laughing because I don't think that's funny. I just think what's funny is all of this shit since Trump got elected. It's like, can we ever just have a week off? If it's not the ICE raids, it's ICE killing people, it's the war, it's Epstein. It's just, dude, how much attention do you need? Just go sit down, buddy.
True.
Watch the TV and just I'm so fucking tired. I'm so fucking tired.
Running each and every single one of his dramas in the White House. Like, okay, fuck, there's a file for this. Okay, we're gonna put everything I've said in here. This is the game plan. Run with it. And then got that PR person to do all that shit.
Yeah, just take a vacation for a week. Just go away. Spend some time with your family, like they want to fucking put up with your.
No. Imagine what you do on vacation, bro.
No.
He would have way too much time to get onto shit. Like,
He would only go. He would only go to the White Lotus though, because the name. It's like, well, this is, because he's racist. Yeah, I'd love to see him on White Lotus. That would be great. That would be great. I do remember George Bush. Yeah, what about him? George Bush and George Bush Senior and W, whatever. Yeah, go golfing or something. Why should today be any different? Anyway. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? Let's get off politics. Let's get to something else. What else is going on?
Did you end up playing that Anno game?
Which one?
You said you Anno. You said
Oh, I did.
downloaded
I have it downloaded. It's on Xbox Game Pass. But like I said, Resident Evil 9 came out, which I'm enjoying a great deal. And there's a couple of new things I'm playing. So I haven't played it yet. Jaffe, I'm a woman donating you to shake that taffy, says Alien B. Yeah, it's not a goal, buddy. Thank you so much for that generosity. We really love that, and we love the support of the show. But
just shake it. That's the 40 now.
Just
30.
throw it
Sorry,
back.
30.
No.
Just one time.
Throw it back.
One
bro.
time.
They're begging.
No,
They're
bro.
paying you. They're throwing
bro.
money at you.
Just
Okay,
get it.
Go to McDonald's and give
Just
me the money. Where's my, motorcycle? And it's like, we don't sell that here.
Alien B
I'm not
says
offering
Jaffe
it.
hates women confirmed.
Sure.
No, don't say that, Jaffe. No,
Sure.
shake that taffy, Jaffe.
Look,
There we
I was
go.
talking
my
Get
pocket.
What?
it. Listen, Jaffe. Can you just allow yourself to let go and have a good time, even if it's for 2 seconds?
Oh, you
For a
don't
second.
understand, my dear little Kimmy friend. I have no problem letting go and having a good time. I'm just not going to get paid for it like you guys to do that. I got no problem having a good time. Yeah, I mean, I get high on streams all the time and shit. I love it. I love letting go. Are you kidding? But I'm not gonna be the little dancing monkey boy that Tech wants.
No, it's not about
Is
that.
it only
It's just so
because
that
it's
you
what
have-
Tech wants?
Probably, yeah.
What if I wanted it?
And
be
listen to me for a moment. Don't think, even though I had to go yesterday and take the kid to work, I didn't listen to the rest of the show. And I heard what you said, where you said, oh God, it smells so bad. It smells so bad. It's
You see,
like
if you can
eggs
throw it
and
back, you
regret.
can.
No.
Yeah.
Where you're saying, oh, well, the truth is Jaffe just doesn't know he doesn't want to work with you anymore, Tech.
I genuinely believe that.
That's not the case.
knew you were gonna respond that way.
figured out the case. I'm going to be honest with you. I figured out
Yeah.
the case. And it's a really, it's really, it's a tough thing
I'm
to talk
Mexican.
about.
That's why.
Yeah.
Let Jaffe finish.
It's a tough thing to talk about though, but I think we have too many people on the show.
Kimmy, you're fired. Sorry,
Okay.
it's over.
I'm fired.
You're fired. They
Kick me
took
off.
they took you off of LolCow Rain, and then the next week they moved your fucking co-host Nick to fucking Nerds. They put you on LolCow Crypt, and then Jaffe says that's too much titty for me. All right, only fat, short
that's not what I
Mexican
said.
titty.
It has nothing to do with Kimmy. It has nothing to do with Kimmy. It has to do with, I think,
Grim?
there was an
I can
alchemy.
step away.
No, I don't want. Look. Here's my take. There was
Me?
an
Is it
alchemy.
me?
No, it's an
Let him finish. Sorry.
okay. It's not any individual, okay? But I think when it was you and me and Grim on the show, and I like Kimmy. Like I would have no problem doing a show with Kimmy. But when it was the three of us, I think the balance worked where Grim was kind of in the middle, and I was really far into my position, and you were really far into your stupid position. And Grim was able, see what I did there? And Grim was able to kind of balance that, and I thought that was a pretty good thing. And I just think it's a little off kilter now, is what I would say. Now, maybe I'm the only one that feels that, but that's what I started thinking. I'm not saying we want to get, I'll step down. I'm not saying we want to get rid of Kimmy. I'm just saying that I think that's, when I thought about it, that's the new factor that's come in. That's the new alchemy that's come in. Don't say I like Kimmy and you're sad. I like Kimmy too.
I feel like maybe we haven't given Kimmy enough time. Maybe I've been hopping on here too much and just like, taking away that
When it
spotlight
was
from her.
you
That's what
and
I'm
me.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, but I don't care what you're thinking.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Because what I'm saying is when it was working and people were like, we really like Crypt, it was the three of us who had that dynamic going. And you've introduced a new character into it, and we can wait around and try to see if it works. But I do think there's validity to that. I could be wrong.
Kimmy, how do you feel?
Well, I know that I'm intern here, and Grim's just popping on because he likes still being here, but he's still got gold. I mean, yeah, you've got gold. So,
yeah,
I mean,
so I'm okay.
This still fits into the time frame from obviously my primary job, and then I come straight into this, and then onto the next thing.
I'm
Not
sad.
thrilled about the response.
Love you guys.
Yeah, it's sad.
No, dude, what a moron. What a fucking moron.
You hurt his feelings, and you hurt mine. I don't think. Okay.
I didn't hurt your feelings. Look, I'm a professional. I think you're great. I'm not hurting your feelings like I think you're bad. I think you're awesome. I just don't think that with what we had going, I think it's kind of upset the apple cart a little bit.
Yeah, but
and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. What?
The thing is, when I was last year with Tech, it was a very, very different show. When I've come back, you guys are like really into the politics and stuff. There's no way for me to watch the show because I was on Rain at the time and we were going up against you. So it's coming into a completely different dynamic. I didn't even think you guys would be talking fucking politics, but it's really, really cool. I mean, can actually get back into the shit that I used to watch prior to getting here and still kind of keep on in touch with what's going on in the universe, with regards to doing shows and stuff. I mean, I only have a limited amount of time. I mean, like I said, I do have a primary job, but I mean, if Grim got moved anyways, it would just be you and Tech doing just the two of you if I wasn't here.
Possibly, but I mean, Grim, what I thought what we had was a good dynamic with me, Tech, and Grim. I don't think what we have with you is a bad dynamic. I do think you're great. Like I said, I think you're probably the most mentally well-adjusted, healthy, one of the smartest people in the universe. But I don't think it's the same dynamic, and maybe we need to figure out what that looks like. But because Tech is very much like he just wants to be loved by these LCU people. It's pretty pathetic, actually, when you really think about it. But he's so desperate to be loved by these people.
You're on Zoloft.
Right, Tech? Right. So that dynamic with me not giving a shit and Grim being in the middle, I think works. I don't know your take on all of this shit. I think you seem to like it a lot more than I do, which gives Tech a bit more of an ally, and it throws the balance off a bit. But I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm just letting you know. Glammy says you're a professional, Jaffe. Adapt, bro. No, I'm not. All this, you guys call yourselves professionals and entertainers. I'm a guy in front of a computer with a microphone. I have no training in this, nor does anyone else.
I do.
Of
And
course
that's
you do.
why I ended up becoming intern as well. I mean, whole bunch.
Why
See,
are
are
you
you,
back? I thought you
coming
quit.
back now?
He can't quit. He doesn't work here. He's here for fun. Look, Kimmy
I just like you
is
guys.
not paid. Grim is not paid, right? Them being here is just like, well, Grim likes talking these conversations, right? That doesn't happen anywhere else in the LCU. Kimmy wants to maintain her presence in the LCU so she can eventually get a show of her own, right? I don't think, and this is
And I want to put a good
shade
show
to anybody.
on for the audience. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what Grim wants, or I want, or you want, or
I
she
hear you.
wants.
Let me finish the point. No shade to Kimmy. I don't think Keem ever hires Kimmy as a full-time host on Crypt. Right? I don't think that dynamic works. Right? Now, the question at hand is, does Kimmy detract from the content? Is Kimmy worse for the channel being here? Is that your position, Jaffe?
Well, those are two very different things. Do
Well,
I think
answer
she
both questions.
Okay, yes, she detracts from the content. No, What was your second question though? Is like, is the show worse or is she worse? She's great. This is why it's not like she's some asshole that we don't like. We all like working with her. But it's kind of like in Back to the Future when they had, you're going to go, oh, what's Back to the Future? Fuck off, figure it out, look it up, Google it. In Back to the Future, before they brought in Michael J. Fox, they had Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz is arguably a better actor than Michael J. Fox, but it wasn't the right tone for the movie. And they shot about a month of Back to the Future with him, and then they fired him, and they had to reshoot a bunch of stuff with Michael J. Fox. I'm not talking about the quality of the person. She's great. I'm just saying the dynamic, I think, is a little off. I bring it up as a point of discussion. I don't have to be right about this.
You're good.
I know. I don't feel bad about it. I mean, this is business. We're talking creative stuff. This is not
I'm not
personal.
butthurt about it either. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. I mean, energies don't work. It doesn't work.
Well,
What am
I don't
gonna
agree
do
with
to
that.
it?
I think our
Still-
energies might work great. I just and maybe the answer is do it without Grimm for 4 or 5 days and see what we get. But I don't
That's what I was
think the
gonna
show
say.
is. I don't think the show is the same, and I think the show right now is not as good because of that. But I could be, it could be something that
is it like
we
trying to layer different personalities on top of each other?
yeah,
Okay.
like a photo. Yeah,
Right.
Well,
I got you.
yeah, I guess just for shows in the LCU, it's not about layering them, right? It's like Venn diagrams, because you want to have a personality that stands by itself all the time, no matter where they're at. That's that person's personality. The audience is attracted to that feature of them. Like you put Jaffe on a show with Keemstar, there's gonna be a show. You put Jaffe on a show with fucking who's terrible in the LCU. Billy the Fridge, it's gonna be a great show. And it's because Jaffe is fucking David Jaffe, right?
Right.
Grimm, BB Phil made this point, Grimm could fucking run tests solo. Grimm can do a solo stream and be entertaining, right? Grimm is a personality, it's established, he's well defined. Layering with us, and again, no offense, Kimmy, I have no offense to you. I didn't this. What is your like core feature that you add on to a group? Like what is the Kimmy effect?
You see, it's so different to try and do it like in person and then to try and do it this way, because like in person, it's obviously you're gonna get a different vibe. You're gonna get all the information. I mean, the person's there. You're gonna get the body language. I mean, I feel like with doing the whole streaming thing, you kind of miss a little bit of that, but at the same time, it's trying to put that kind of, well, my personality, like the very, very bubbly side, into serious shit like this, and it gets taken really badly, because a lot of the
What do you
time
mean?
I was that kid, like for example, I was that kid that when shit was going down around me, I giggle at it just because I was so uncomfortable with the situations. So it's like it comes
relate.
across bad. It just does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
So
more
it's
fun at
been-
parties. I get that. I think I'm more entertaining in person as well. But I'm also I'm funny as shit on camera. All right, I'm doubling down. I'm the little guy. A little F-boy for $10 says, I'm taking Jaffe to a Diddy party. Oily middle-aged game developers just do it for me.
I gotta introduce this guy to my brother.
Okay, look, Jaffe, just be gay. Just be gay.
Yes, Queen.
If I could be gay, I would be bisexual. If I could be bisexual, I would, because
Well,
the
okay,
options
I'm giving
open
you
up.
permission.
I don't need permission. It's not like that.
If I could be.
Well, we're giving it to you, whether you like it or not.
PP Bravado drops $2 for a mean comment. I'm gonna read this very upset. Kimmy is good to look at, but has no personality. Why?
I don't agree with that. I think
she has a
Kimmy's
personality.
I think she's quite smart, and I
It's
think
hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't think she's hilarious. I don't agree with that. She's not that funny.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that funny.
Look, you know what, Grim?
No,
Grim, you're gonna have to stop being so affected by the world like this.
No, listen, I think
When I have conversations like this, and this
right.
is what people don't understand. And people get mad at me all the
Talks
time.
right over
about this, and
Kimmy.
I get it.
Just right
What?
over her trying to defend herself.
I'm not.
Maybe that's why you don't find her funny, because you talk over her jokes.
you can't
Jaffe.
hear
I
her
was
talk.
responding to you, and then she interrupted me responding to you.
Oh,
No.
so she's interrupting you
No,
now.
hold on, Jaffe. The super chat was directly at Kimmy,
Unbelievable.
and then you said, "Oh, God, Grim, you need to stop doing this thing." You were not involved. You injected yourself.
All right, fine.
Kimmy, go ahead.
Go
Kimmy,
ahead. Tell us how funny you are.
You want fucking everything. No, speak
Tell
my
them what you
narrative
are,
for me.
because you're a
Come
woman.
on, give us- Yeah. No. Bro. Grim. Listen,
Here's what it
Jaffe,
is. I
right?
figured it out when you said you're a woman, and Kimmy laughed. But go ahead, Kimmy. You're up.
Dude, I was making sandwiches in VC the other day. It was the fucking best thing ever. But dude, listen, right? I guess just the difference in humor, I get it, but I mean, I don't want to laugh at something that's like really bad and it comes across really, really bad. I'd rather just stay reserved and not laugh about it at all, because I don't need that extra added drama. But when it comes down to doing funny shit, I made Grim absolutely spurg out on the game show. Like
Yeah, are we
I
there
think
yet?
you fucking
Yeah.
you absolutely rage quit. And I can't concentrate.
Why,
Like,
Tech?
I'm
I don't
interrupting
like
Kimmy,
that.
but you're not, Tech. I understand. Think about the need for that
It's
level
like biscuits.
of spotlight. That here's this very nice, smart woman talking, and you've got to drag the spotlight
You were
back.
actively speaking over. I wasn't doing anything except for visual comedy, bitch.
What?
People can look at
I'm
me
gonna
and listen to her.
disagree with
They can't
Jaffe
listen
here.
to both of you, okay? Let her speak.
Even she stopped talking when she saw that. She's like, "Is this the original Star Wars cut when they had a human for Jabba?" She didn't know what she was looking at.
I'll put it to you. Listen, Jaffe, I think you and I have got a lot more common than what we think. I mean, I also like the whole video game thing. I might not like the same video games as like you like, but I mean,
You don't have to
Look-
sell me on you. I like you.
trying to, okay? Just fucking listen. For the love of
Fine.
fuck. And then you've got Tech doing this shit, and then you got Grim about to go full zoom.
Tech is doing the truffle
guys got my
shuffle from the
idiots
Goonies
up.
right now. He's like a fucking
Right.
5-year-old. Where he's
I
just
watched
not
the
getting
Goonies last week. Did I tell you that? I watched it last week.
any attention. Kimmy is talking. The woman is talking, and I'm the one who has a problem with women. I'm the creepy guy.
What are you talking
Let the woman
about?
talk.
Let her speak. Grim, why do you look like that? Corvo says, "Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it." Thank you.
Kimmy,
Mwah.
you gotta jump in and take
Alien
the mic back.
B.
See, this
Tech
what
is
I'm
double
talking
gutted
about.
up on a Tuesday. Thank you.
You're so
Red Cheese
polite.
Metal. Kimmy, describe your ideal man. Have them critique it. And Looney says, "Thought you were from Mexico. Why stomach wipe? Because, hey.
No, don't
fuck you."
answer it. Nobody cares. Kimmy was talking, but of course you no. Go ahead, Kimmy.
He's got to do the donos, because I'm an intern. I could read them out as well. I don't even know if that's part of what I should do. But you're also the host. You should be reading them, and why aren't you?
Because I wait until there's an opening that makes sense, and because most people don't want to hear that, but we appreciate it as the host. So I was going to wait till it had its time and give it the shine it deserves, because they're donating their money. But you were speaking.
I mean, I would prefer it if you would rather say the donos and rather talk over me when I was trying to respond to something you were saying.
Yeah. Why don't you continue though?
I mean,
BB Phil,
I
thank you for the
could.
10 pounds. Not only could Grim run test solo for hours and
Right?
handle any
Do you
marathon,
understand
but I
what I'm
also
saying now?
dislike that his old buddy Nightmare is super successful now, while Grim, who showed him the ropes, is an unpaid intern. Grim has LolCow Gold. He is now
I
a
have LolCow
paid
Gold.
host in the
Also-
LCU.
To be fair, Nightmare tried to get me on bus and try to convince people to get me on bus. I declined that offer. So Nightmare's done everything and anything in his power to help me out. He's a great brother. He's even helped out on Gold. So don't
Yeah.
disparage him. Trust me.
All right.
He's done everything.
Kimmy, you
and
were
anything
saying?
to help me
Let's-
out.
If you guys interrupt,
I
Let
do
her
one
speak,
more time.
Jaffe. Kimmy,
Oh
go
my
ahead.
God, Jaffe!
I literally just said if you guys
Jaffe!
interrupt me one more
Jaffe, let her speak.
He's talking, Jaffe.
Listen,
Jesus, Jaffe.
I'm actually about
You're being
ready to make
misogynistic.
Tech. Listen, Tech, if he talks again, I want you to go find your dirtiest sock and go shove it in his mouth.
Oh,
Okay, well, if you, Kimmy, did that, then maybe we'd be on to something. Then we could
All
do
right.
weird,
all
you know.
right. Okay.
I don't live with you, Jaffe!
would you like to?
And if I, and if, okay,
No,
Would you
we're
like
Red
doing
to?
Sheet
this.
Mental described the ideal man.
No,
like
that's not what you were. Fine.
Dude, I don't want to Channing Tatum. There answers the question. I've gotten through to the donor. Tech, go get that motherfucking sock. Go get it.
If you come in here, I will fucking murder you.
In my
You couldn't stop me, old man. I don't even have to get close to you. I can just put it outside your door and put a fan blowing it into the room.
All it would have to be is one dodge, and you would be out of it. You literally bought a little fridge because you don't want to walk to the kitchen. But Kim, I wanted you to continue. I really was interested in you were talking about how you and I were similar in some ways, and about the hosting thing and all that stuff. And my point was that I think you have here's my analysis of you on camera. Are you ready for this? Okay. You have too much of, you're too agreeable, and I think it comes from being a woman in this society when you've got a lot of men and a lot of women will just be like, you know what? Bunny did this too sometimes. And she's just like, well, you guys were talking and I'm not going to interrupt because it's like, what's the point? And the point is, it's like we're playing, we're wrestling, we're intellectually wrestling. It's like, get in there and you know what I'm saying? And so maybe if we got to see more of that, then it would be a good blend. But the problem is a lot of times it's very agreeable. And I don't care if you're agreeable. I don't want you to be agreeable unless you happen to actually be agreeable. I want, aren't you in the legal profession?
I help with that.
Okay, so there's a mind
please
at
put it in his face. Please put
get
it
away.
in his face.
There's a mind at work, as they say, in you. I want to see that. I don't need to see some. Please get that shit away from me.
No, put it
It's
in
like
his face.
it's like Indian
Do
food coming out of Andre
Do
the
it.
Giant's ass. That's what it smells like. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Do it. Kill him, Luke.
Just
Do it.
just
Kill
get
him.
I
suffocate him.
go ahead. But I don't like that. I don't work well with that, with people who feel performative. I want the real Kimmy.
The thing is, right, a lot of
I want
shit
that old
doesn't
Kimmy.
bother me. It doesn't, like, the topics don't bother
I
me.
don't care if
just
it
because
bothers you, but what
I can't be
fires you?
passionate.
What's interesting? What's blowing your mind, man?
Bro,
Bring
like,
something.
I could show you my motorcycle, but I've shown that before.
No,
but
I don't care
you
about your motorcycle. Bring something that the audience cares about.
Well, that's the thing. Not everything I'm going to care about, the audience is going to care about, and
No,
vice
but you've got it
versa.
right, and you're going to get it wrong sometimes. But I don't think anyone wants to tune in and listen to like how you tune your motorcycle. But there's got to be something at a. Why are you looking confused? What is the face? What is
I'm
the
not-
face?
I'm not confused. I'm listening in. I'm
Are you
trying
having
to
a
see where
stroke?
this is
Then?
going. What?
Are you having a stroke? Is that the face?
Are you trying to make her crash out? What is this?
Yeah.
What
No,
are you?
I'm trying to pull out of her. She says no, listen. I was raised by brothers, she says. I was raised with a lot of dudes. That's an interesting personality. She works in the legal field. She helps out legal people. That's a really smart person. I want to see that person.
$50 from Bunny Button says, "Stop being mean to women, Jaffe."
Shut up, Bunny. Shut up, bitch. She knows I'm kidding. I love Bunny.
Oh my!
Holy shit!
She knows I love Bunny. She's just always telling me that. I love you, Bunny. You know I do. I'll call you Monday. I did call you Monday.
Do you play an
What?
instrument?
Do I?
Play an instrument.
Are you asking me to do it, or do I play one?
Do you play an instrument? Simple
I
question.
used to play
trumpet.
Jaffe used to hit her. Shut up, Bunny. I used to play trumpet. Yes.
Yeah. Now he plays the flesh flute.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
Well, I'm also a musician. I also play an instrument. So I mean, that's
I'm not on
something
a
about.
date with you. You're on a date with the audience.
Oh my god!
Don't oh my god me, woman.
Okay.
I feel like I'm having a conversation with my dad.
Yes, that's who he is. Yes, Kimmy, you're
Practically the same
learning.
age.
Yes, that is what's happening. It's always talking to your
so
dad.
Kimmy, let me
Okay,
ask
hold
you
on,
this.
Jaffe. I've been shitting on you this entire time. Kimmy, when he's asking about your personality, your go-to was show and tell from middle school. I have a motorcycle. I have
It's
a
not. That's not what I
instrument.
want.
Right.
I also have tapestries. I
My
can
name
say.
Kemet.
My name Kemet.
Tapestries.
Like,
Who the fuck has
that's
tapestries?
You're uncultured as fuck. Anyways, Kimmy, go ahead. Tell him how you're. What
I
makes
want to
you
know
you?
what keeps Kimmy up at night because she thinks about it and she's passionate about it. That's what I want on this show. I don't want what Batgirl used to be like before she got with Tommy C, that she would agree with anything.
like
She was just so affable.
He wants to make you
that
a
it's
star.
like, why are you here?
We have
I want
Jaffe
somebody
has
to play
a
off of.
yeah. Jaffe has a white room with a red couch. He wants to make you a star.
Oh God,
Make
no,
a star, baby, a
fucking
star.
thank you. I will rather just fade into the abyss if that's the fucking room I've got to enter into.
What room?
The couch.
That sounds but see now that's the problem with you saying the couch. Now it sounds like we're talking about a sex thing.
That's the joke, Jaffe.
That's
yes.
not what I'm
That
talking
was a
about.
reference.
and I'm-
Okay.
Take half the
No,
zone
well,
off.
here's the point of the show. Here's what I'm saying. This is maybe honestly, we're seeing it in real time right here. We're seeing it in real time right here. I'm trying to have an actual conversation about what's best for the fucking show. Okay? Grim, because he is emotionally stunted and he will basically become whoever he needs to be to fit in. He's like a chameleon. So now he's hanging with the three of you because it's safer. There's safety in numbers. Kimmy, I'm genuinely trying to explain this to you. I'm saying I want to know, what are you passionate about? Talk about something interesting that the audience will also find interesting.
Just like Pee-Pee Bravado for $5 says Jaffe pulling a Xylee and dancing around the real issue.
You know what?
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be here, but he's too nice to let Tech down. All right, Kimmy, your turn.
I do want to be here. I was really enjoying doing. Shut up, Bunny.
but when you
I
read
was
the
really
news-
enjoying
Her
doing
name's
this
Kimmy.
show.
Don't tell Kimmy to shut up. All right, Kimmy, go ahead.
When you read the newspaper as well, I mean, that's also debatable. But yeah, if you want to know who I am, I mean, what I've just told you is who I am, what I'm passionate about. I mean, I don't understand. Again, you've asked me
Okay,
a
so
question,
maybe
I've
you're not
answered
cut out for this then, for this show.
it. Says the one reading a fucking newspaper.
Because I was bored. Because maybe you're not cut out for this show. You're cut out for the LCU.
Were you bored of Kimmy? Is that what you're saying?
I got bored of the show when the alchemy changed because it ended up being you and Kimmy. Kimmy will chameleon and Grim will chameleon. And the alchemy, do you understand what I'm saying? I have this personality, Tech has this personality. Grim in the center will kind of vibe to where he feels, and it makes a good dynamic. When you have another person like Grim in the center, Kimmy, which is you, it ends up throwing the...
I get that it changes. I know how dynamics work.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't work out on Rain. Nick and I didn't get on.
I get on fine
Tech-
with you. I like you.
How are you, Jaffe?
Battery low.
Yeah. So how am I? Okay. Hold on. We need to talk real quick because I feel like Kimmy needs a break from the spotlight real quick. What do you mean by chameleon?
Meaning that her or you?
Either. Doesn't matter.
Well, I think you clearly struggle when things get uncomfortable and you go to comedy, right? And in that, I think when we are debating and discussing things intellectually, you are able to kind of find your groove there a little bit. But I think the chameleon thing is you just want everybody to get along. And so you'll kind of do whatever needs to happen for everybody to get along. And I think the interesting, because you'll change your tactics and you'll change your vibes to make
that's anybody.
It's not on a show like this.
People react in different ways in different situations. No,
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just talking about the show.
I know. I'm just curious as to why you use that label.
Because that's what I think you adjust your personality based on the social lubricant that you need.
Social lubricant.
Right. To make, look, Tech's not even here. He went and got Doritos. Come on, what is the point?
He also said you were emotionally stunted.
You ordered.
Yeah, he said you were emotionally stunted. Looney says she can't engage with anything. Please make it stop. I was hoping that would come in when Jaffe was talking, so I can interrupt him again. Oh, tech low battery. Thank you, Energy. You're right.
Bunny says, "Don't take this shit." Grim start crying.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
He is right.
I only ugly cry. Ugly cry. I'm sorry.
That's because you only have only ugly face.
Says a lot for the fat guy.
Charging battery.
Oh, are you trying to? Oh god. That's it off. Thing is,
I
right.
can't do it.
Jeffy, I don't think I've actually sat on a panel with you before up until maybe within the last 2-3 weeks. I've been on panel with Grim, so I've obviously gotten to know him in BCs and shit. Same thing with Tech. So to have this dynamic, yeah, it's fucking interesting to navigate that. I mean, you guys have just like established your what?
No, you're good. Keep going.
What? Why am I the one who's the bad guy? I'm listening to her, and you needed to steal the spotlight.
Are you insane?
Me?
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
Did you just figure this shit out now? Were you born yesterday?
Kimmy was talking, and I was listening.
for $2. Is Jaffe trying to get Kimmy to quit the internet?
And I was listening, and Kim, I don't know if you noticed this, but over there on the screen with Tech, he's like, Dorito. And I'm like, dude, let the woman have the spotlight for a fucking minute.
No, he put his hand up. I thought he wanted to interject quickly. I mean, that's usually.
I was pointing at the real king, not Jaffe. I'm talking about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
All right,
whoa!
Right, I got you.
Kimmy, you ever go to the beach?
Not lately.
Have you ever been to the beach?
Yeah, got one up the road.
Yeah. You ever go to the beach and see a set of footprints? That's mine. I was carrying you the whole time. The whole time, Kimmy.
No one gets your reference, old man.
You're that strong.
You don't get the Jesus reference? We were just talking about Lord and Savior.
Sorry, I wasn't born in Bethlehem, motherfucker. I don't know the reference. No, I don't.
That's like a famous poem about you're walking on the beach. Fuck off.
What if you pick up anything, your back just breaks?
That's the only thing I know.
You know that you bend over.
What's that smell? Is Sarah making cookies?
I'm baking fish sticks.
Oh.
How do you
You're
get
doing
fish
it wrong.
sticks
They
and
smell like
brother?
Yeah,
Fish sticks and cookies confused?
Jaffe,
You got long COVID.
Jaffe does not. He has long COVID.
Bro has long COVID.
Well, maybe it's because the
1000%.
cookies were in this oven last night and they got burnt, so the whole kitchen smells like cookies or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not being mean to Kimmy, PP Bravado. I like
I'm
Kimmy.
just being a piece of shit.
You know what? Fuck
joking,
you guys and your dumb fucking generation. I am here to do business. I am here to build a show. I am here to make a goddamn show work and make it fun and make it compelling and entertaining. I don't give a shit. You guys to me and me to you, we should be like little crayons in a box, and we pick the crayon that's going to do the best job, and you don't think about the feelings of the fucking crayon.
What's color
do I
gotta do with it?
personally think about the feelings of the crayon? Of course I do. Of course I do. But in the context of business, we have to think about it as what is best for the show. And I'm not saying Kimmy's not right for the show, but I think if Kimmy's going to be right for this show, we need to get over we need the real fucking Kimmy, goddammit. We don't need the Kimmy that worries about getting along to get along. I need to know what be passionate about something, woman. Come on, go.
I'm not your fucking bitch, dude. You can't tell me to do a trick and then I just do it.
No, it's not a trick. I shouldn't have to beg you to be passionate.
What? What, Tech? Why the round of applause?
Stand up to the old fuck, dude. You tell him. You tell him.
Stand up to the
ass.
patriarchy.
Actually, you know what? Do me a favor. Why don't you just shake that ass?
Me?
That's not what the show is.
Yes, shake that
Shake
ass.
your ass. I've pulled off a handstand. If you don't want to shake your ass, pull off the handstand.
Yeah, Jaffe,
I don't
do a
wanna do either.
handstand.
Right
I don't
back
want to
at
do
you.
for
I
the people.
can't do a handstand. I can't.
Okay, well then shake
She's
your
for the
ass. You
people.
can turn around and make the booty jiggle.
I don't
jiggle
want
a
to.
little.
I don't want to.
Jaffe's second account named Looney donated £2 and says Kimmy looks like she eats crayons. Jaffe, that's mean. Don't use your alt account
That's
to
fucked up.
comment that.
What the hell, Jeff? Thought you're better than this.
I can't believe it.
Okay, love it.
You guys.
So
What a
you
charm.
don't think of us a bit of a jiggle jiggle? Come on, dude.
I'm joking.
I mean, B wants a.
Yeah, look, Kimmy's a
I mean, I'm
gamer,
always gonna-
Jaffe. She's a real
Right,
gamer.
be passionate about that. Let's talk about you. You
She
don't have
has
to sell me
colors.
on Kimmy.
I thought we were gonna do Bunny Button today. Like I even went out and found it and shit. Come on, like
We
and you
never
can't
got
even
to
just get up and
50.
wiggle your ass.
Yeah. Chat, we got 10 minutes left. If we get a $50 dono, tomorrow Kimmy will come onto the show looking like Bunny Button. Bunny, I'm sorry, she's stealing your bit, but we need more clown girls in the world. Who runs the world? Clown girls.
I'll
Girls!
shut up for the next 5 minutes. So let's see what.
Just
you
you can
guys have
stuff
to
your
say.
face, fat man. What do you mean? It's not like you're not sparing Kimmy some time on the screen. You're actively chewing.
Do you get paid by the word irony just to show people what it's like?
If
Is that
only
what
you
this
would
is about?
irony
How
those
can you
shirts,
call-
Jaffe, you
how
wrinkle
can
fuck.
How can you call anybody fat? How can you do that?
Look, I'm prepping for an athletic moment called Fat Camp. You're just doing it for the love of the game. Okay?
Moment. I'm sure
You're eating for the love of being fat, Jaffe.
You and Boogie wearing Speedos by a pool getting shot at by a paint gun.
Yeah, you would
while
wear
you say,
slow
"Yes,
O's.
Mr.
All right,
King,
bitch. You're not
sir,
like
shall I have
us.
another?" Is not an athletic
Not like
event.
us.
You're not like us.
And a life jacket.
Hmm.
Because that's the only way you're getting through that water is through with water floaties and a life jacket.
You don't think I float, Kimmy?
No, Jaffe.
Oh, I was gonna start making fun of you. I was about to take
Hold on.
Jaffe's side here.
I need to call someone out. Sterling, you were to never message in this chat again. She said, "I'd rather have Grim dressed like Bunny Button." We're not doing that.
I mean,
that's not happening.
Thanks, Charlie. You're now the pinned message in the top of the chat. Thank you,
No!
Charlie.
Can somebody go into Grimm's house and steal the goddamn Zoom button and just break it off his goddamn computer?
What are you
Nobody-
talking about, Jaffe? What?
Wow. Yeah, you want to talk some LCU, Jaffe? LolCow Gay lost booster gold yesterday.
Oh, he could again. He'll be back
Oh,
tomorrow.
again for the nth time.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Also,
he'll be
Phantom, I think, is now on LolCow Gay. I can't confirm, but he is the thumbnail today.
He is on there. I think Keem was talking about it. He was originally going to have my intern Whalebert on there, but instead he just decided Phantom.
Yeah, look here. Watch
Whalebert,
this.
great name.
Look at the effort they put into their thumbnail, Jaffe. Look at this.
Good. It's a pretty gay man.
Okay, can someone explain to me why the fuck people put the fucking live little fucking image on their fucking thumbnails?
They need to know it's live.
When
Tech,
it's live, it says live in the bottom right.
Does it? Does it
the
really?
same reason you put
Yes.
the little robot in the emoticons and the titles. These are
says
just
live.
things that work. I
says
know
live.
after you hover over it, but it
No, not even
works.
hovering over it. It just says live. Live.
Dude, I don't tell you.
It's live.
It's
It
live.
works.
The live stream, duh.
It's live.
Jaffe, it's live.
Did you guys know it's live?
Guys.
Only live.
All right, Kimmy, if you had to fuck, marry, kill.
What hosts?
There's 3 men on your
celebrities?
screen.
Oh fuck. Okay. So, if we're gonna kill, it's gonna at this point be Jaffe. Fuck it. Gonna.
Sorry, there's only one person on your screen, so all 3 options are gonna have to be Jaffe. I'm sorry, you've been.
Oh my god!
And kill him.
But here's the real question: what is the order that you do? Is it kill first and then fuck, or is it marry? What are we looking at?
No. Let's do it that way because if we do it that way by killing him first, we can null and void the last 2.
So you're in
I like that.
necrophilia. Okay, I understood. You'd marry a corpse.
Wait, I fucking didn't think about it.
What?
Oh god!
Yeah, you'd kill him then fuck
There
him.
we go.
All right, well.
Wait, you thought about this first.
Chat,
before you
put that
asked
into
me?
the
now
news. Put it in the
we just
news
got
channel on
interested.
Discord. She's into
Oh,
necrophilia.
she's in? What?
Into
Yeah.
what?
Necrophilia.
Here we go.
It's interesting.
Said a little differently. The first time.
Necrophilia. I'll tell you about some necrophilia.
Just saying it simply doesn't help, okay? It
A
just
different
it doesn't
energy.
make it
Say
sound
it like
any
Barry
better.
White or something like, yo, baby. Necro. I mean,
baby.
you put it like in an R&B,
We
little slow
gonna be
jam.
out here showing you the ins and outs of necrophilia. I'll tell you
You
what.
ever fuck a corpse, baby?
You ever get
Oh.
maggots in your saggots? I tell you what, when they tickle the ball sack, that's when you have to relax, all right? When the worms tell you what you've earned, you're really digging into them.
When her head bangs against the headboard, but you can't feel it because she's dead.
Yeah. You may have called that in the past a concussion, but when they're dead, it's just a concussion. Miru for $20. Again, never have they ever sent a message with their donation, but I love you either way.
Thank you, buddy, for that. We appreciate
There's
it.
not a
Take
talker.
your ass, Jaffe.
No, baby. What's the
Do
point?
it. Just if Tech can do it, you can do it.
That's not a high bar. Tech, I mean, Tech smells his own farts and rates them in a journal. Okay, there's a lot of things he can do that I'm not going to do. I need, but argumentative Kimmy is more interesting. Gumption Kimmy is more interesting. Stop fucking with me, Kimmy is more interesting. Good.
Necrophilia is also up there.
Is that better for you?
It's
Do you
better
like
for the
that,
show.
Jaffe?
It's better for the show.
Do you just like it when I just go at you?
It's not about you going at me. It's about you waking up and actually being here and present with your
likes an aggressive woman.
He does like an aggressive woman.
Well, that's my own personal shit, sure. But I'm talking about the show, though. If you're gonna take up one of these fucking squares, you got to bring some soul to it. This is prime real estate. If you're gonna take up one of our squares, you bring your fucking soul. That's what I say. Nobody needs fake shit.
My fish sticks are ready.
Speaking of real
cookies,
Do you like fish sticks? We'll take it back to the South Park joke.
The Kanye one? Yeah.
That is a good point. Hooligan says help with Kimmy's audio so she can cut through the conversation. You are historically low on your gain, Kim.
How are we doing this again?
It's just the gain button. Don't worry about anything else but the gain. Don't turn it up too much. It'll blow our ears, but turn it up a little bit.
That should be better.
Yes, it's much better.
Way better.
How the fuck is that?
Now it's not because you're pulling away from your microphone. Your microphone is not very good. It's either the setting of the mic or the quality of the mic.
Grim, are we gonna have a competition here?
No, don't do that. Ew.
No.
But whatever you just did, was it because your mic was closer or your gain was up?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
better
like
when
I'm gonna
look. If
feel like I'm going
if
karaoke.
if Keemstar bought Sweet Tea a goddamn computer, he can buy you a goddamn decent microphone. That's what I would say. It's probably not a bad microphone for what you use it for, but for this, you got to be. Yes, Tech. It's all about you. Everybody, look. The conversation must stop because Tech has come back with his fucking fat ass fish sticks.
Fat ass. Hold on. I think you're the last person, Jaffe, that should be talking about fat ass. You'll be eating during the show, fucking with your Doritos, your yogurt.
That's not the point. That's not, no. That's not. It's not the fact that he's eating. It's the fact that it's like, dude,
it's fish
allow the spotlight to drift to someone else for a moment. Kimmy was talking.
See, you don't understand. What you don't understand about fucking the current state of attention spans is while you old fucks are talking, right? Because Kimmy's like 40. I'm doing visual comedy for the ones that need more stimuli.
It's not visual comedy pointing at a plate of fish sticks, Tech.
No, listen. Wait. It's because, have you ever seen those videos where someone's telling a story or showing like a video and then there was like someone
Subway
else like busy
Surfers
doing crochet or like or a game? That's exactly what he is talking about.
When I did Crypt by myself, I used to have a little Subway Surfers window on like a couple streams. All right, because I knew. I knew.
Here we go.
Someone said they're not fish sticks; those are fish bricks. Well, I'm trying to get fat, bitch. I'm literally trying. I'm trying to gain weight for fat camp. I need to compete.
Are you really? That's not the way to go. But
thank you,
Thank you,
literally. All right.
Then he jumps.
No, listen, Jaffe. This microphone has been from here to Europe, and you guys are literally squirreling. Oh my god. Are we all just gonna squirrel on the Subway Surfer?
What is squirreling?
And you never watched the movie Up, dickhead?
You never watched it,
watch
dude. You look like the man from Up.
Yeah, the dog.
And Grim could be the dog.
True. Tech, no tartar. I forgot to get some, so I'm gonna raw dog these fucking fish sticks. No sauce.
That's gross. Oh, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I wish I did have tartar sauce.
Ugh.
Anyways, what a W show. Jaffe hates women. Grimm gave up immediately without even being the one wanting to be voted out. I made fish sticks. And Kimmy was able to talk about Israel-Palestine today. So, we've had a great episode. Keemstar was in here. I forgot that happened, and he said,
we got everything.
The U.S. are bitches to, Mossad and Israel. So we've confirmed a lot of things that the government hasn't confirmed for us, so we did our best. If you want to drop in a last little $20 dono, we need 10 people to drop $20 donos. That'd make us very happy. Actually, that's our goal. For the next 1 minute, we're looking for 10 $20 donos. If so, I will be very happy, boy. All right, who's the first one? Call him out, Grim.
And no, Jaffe does not hate women, Anna G. I just don't mollycoddle people. And I think women, I grew up with strong women. I don't think women have to be, treated with kid gloves.
And Wings is back.
Colleagues. We're equals on this shit.
Yeah, I said that. Wings is back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge what Jaffe said?
Something about he hates women.
Back. Hey, I'm talking about.
I didn't really hear it. Jaffe, do you hate women? Is that what you said? What did you say?
Wings is back, everybody.
What was you hate women?
It's exactly what he said.
We need a sea circuit show. We need a free flowing sea circuit.
This is a sea circuit show.
Need my sea circuit ass. Well, like always. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night.
I love this show.
I love y'all. Yes, there's an open Modelo bottle here. Ignore that. Okay. Anyways, I love you.
Oh, you fucking alcoholic.
Goodbye, everybody. Go check out LolCow Gay, where you have to pay to play with the things they'll say. Not a single gay man on that stream, by the way. There probably should be. Grim. Anyways, LolCow Gay coming up soon. Here we go. No one dropped a 20. No one dropped a 20. I'm so sad.
I can't imagine why.
Why? 6 7 6 7 6